Welcome to the All Wrestling Podcast, sponsored by W Energy and Cowboy Revolutionary Apparel. We are your hosts tonight, Tim Cantwell, and
Andrew Russo.
thank you. So, on tonight's topics, we this is actually our second episode, I guess, because we kind of lost the old episodes that we did record because our my life got turned upside down to where I couldn't edit nothing for a bit. I got custody of my kids, did a move, so it's been whirlwind. Wrestling has literally been my escape, along with NASCAR and some NHRA mixed in.
Sounds like a
Uh,
blast.
yeah. Um, so it's been pretty interesting the past 4 months. I mean, it's been nonstop ever since the Rumble, pretty much, which I did attend and would like to go to another big pay per view, but we'll see. Um, Anyways, we have SummerSlam. Mr. Cena's heel turn is over. His heel run, his championship run's over. I think they should have still gave him a run with it as a face. I'm sorry.
I can understand that, but I guess in my head they were thinking, what could they do to make Cena more memorable, and why not, or more memorable, excuse me. But what's a good ending for Cena? And I think, well, we have this guy that's coming back, so why don't we take the title off of him? We'll give it back to the other guy, and we'll have the ending be Cena versus said guy that I'm sure we'll get into later.
Yeah, I'm not too happy about Logan getting a match with Cena. We'll say that.
Yeah, I'm still not sure how I feel about that too. So
In my opinion, Logan don't need it. He's already proved that he can hang.
right,
This is not a dig at Logan at all. It's just I don't. This is kind of like supposed to be like Cena's final hurrah, especially with 11 dates left. Why are you throwing in this guy that has absolutely no history with him?
which is understandable. But I think you gotta realize they also don't have many of Cena's old rivalries that are there. Personally, I would love to see Edge there, but he's not in that company. So
Yeah, I was hoping Tony Khan would swallow his pride for one night. Just let him come for one night.
hmm
Let him tear down the house one more time.
right,
Because no matter how great Cena's run is, there's always going to be that one match that's going to elude him in his final run. Like there's a match that haunts Sting to this day that he did not get.
yes, and I wish we would have seen that, but it is what it is.
Eh, It hates that I hate it that it's going to go that route, but it is what it is.
Yep. We could always play
Put
that on 2K25 or 24,
yeah,
whatever this thing is
the
on.
the belt back on Cody. Um, I'm hoping Homelander Cody comes out for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you could see the cracks at SummerSlam. You absolutely could. I don't care what anybody says. You saw a different side of Cody. Cody understood the assignment, and if you noticed, his gear had no gold. His helmet was cracked.
Right.
This was the start of the slow burn,
Yep. He's teasing
and
it now, but I'd
and
rather have him not get it turn heel
it's
just
gonna
yet.
it's gonna be another 6 months yet, in my opinion. You're gonna have to let it burn slowly.
hmm
Uh, it's absolutely been great watching Cody grow as a performer, though. Getting back into the routine of chasing the belt, like we kind of all knew Cody was going to get it back, but it was
Right.
like, how do we get there? And to have him go over Randy was huge because I thought we were looking at Cena Randy too.
Right.
I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I was like, oh, we're gonna run it back again. I was like, I'm perfectly fine with that. This ain't 2010 when we had it like 7 times in 8 months, and we're all like, we're burned out on it, guys. Move on to something else.
Yeah.
You remember that time?
Yes.
That was dark ages because they didn't have a lot of main eventers back then.
Yeah, definitely. But that was under a different regime and
Yeah.
kept on favor. Someone kept on wasn't focusing on the future. So
Yes. Um, I would be remiss if we didn't mention the passing of Hulk. I mean, I know that a lot of people didn't like him,
hmm
but I know that his family's hurting right now, so I would like to at least extend thoughts and well wishes to his family.
and
Uh,
I just want to say really quick as well, like as much as some people don't like him of what he has said, I could say this is that we wouldn't be watching WWE, AEW, TNA if it wasn't for Hulk Hogan.
oh, absolutely not. I mean, Hunter said it best. Without him, we're nothing.
Yes, exactly.
And it's kind of the same boat Vince is in. You can hate him all you want, but without him, we don't have what we have today.
Exactly. Very true. Was it for Vince and Hulk Hogan, we wouldn't be watching wrestling today.
Uh, it everybody's got their own skeletons in the closet. It's the reason I say at work, don't throw stones in a glass house to everybody,
hmm
because you're breaking a window that you might break one day.
Right.
And I know people say, "Oh, I'll never say that word," or "do this, do that." You don't know what tomorrow brings.
Exactly.
Um, Being a Christian, I don't push my faith on anybody, but I was always told that we don't judge others. God handles that judgment in the end. So
Right. That's
rest,
that's good.
rest in peace to him. Well wishes and thoughts to his family, and we will segue on.
R.I.P.
Um,
Hulk Hogan.
so the match that really stole SummerSlam, in my opinion, was the women's tag match.
Yes.
I was not expecting them to come out that early, swinging that hard, following Jay and Roman with Braun and Bronson, and
Right.
it was like, whoa, we're not stepping off the gas pedal here, and they're just like, no, we're just gonna keep our foot down.
Yeah.
But the problem I have with night one is after that match, it just kind of dragged on. I mean, the 6-man TLC match was about the car crash I expected. Too much going on at once.
Yeah,
The
which
six
is
tag team.
understandable.
And I even said that in our little chat we have for your predictions league that
hmm
I felt like it was going to be like the T or the Hell in a Cell match back at Armageddon 2000 when there were 6 men in there. It just felt like too much was going on at once. You couldn't focus on one or the other.
Right. I think with that tag match, I was personally thinking with Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss against Raquel and Roxanne, I was torn, not gonna lie, because I really wasn't sure what they're gonna do. Because you have multiple ways you can go with the story once Liv Morgan comes back, and I said to myself, what would make the most sense? Bliss and Flair winning the tag titles because they can do some skits as becoming best friends. So, and that's why, and that match was one of my favorites. I enjoyed that match, and I really wasn't sure which way they were gonna go. So I enjoyed that match.
Then the next thing that I really liked, and I jumped on Twitter real quick as soon as they lost them titles, Raquel and Roxanne.
Right.
And I went straight to Liv Morgan's Twitter, and you could already see the mind game starting to be played.
Yes.
I was like, huh. It was like, here we go.
hmm
Um, I will say this night one had its ups and downs. Jelly Roll, huge props to Jelly Roll.
Oh yes. hmm
Oh my God. Everybody was like, oh, I'm not looking forward to this match. He's going to do horrible.
Excuse me.
The dude was down busting his ass in the PC center and had people bragging on him. and this dude come out and moved like he was like almost like Yokozuna
Mm-hmm.
moving. Like he was moving. He, I hate saying it. He's not as built as Lesnar, but he was moving a lot faster for a man of his size than he should,
Yeah.
and it was wild. Like
And props to him for losing the amount of weight he lost from SummerSlam from last year to this year.
yes,
Talk
just to
about dedication.
get in shape for the match. Uh, Hats off to Logan for taking care of him during that huge spot. Like, and for Drew to be standing right there too to kind of like
Hmm.
give him, hey, it's coming.
Oh,
Like
yes.
you could see Drew kind of standing there. Drew was like trying to be the villain, but you could also see him looking down at Jelly, like trying to make sure he was in the right place and that.
Hmm.
So props off to both of them for looking after him. Props off for Randy for making him look like $1,000,000 too.
Oh, yeah. And also, this is from the podcast Jelly Roll was on. I think it was Cody Rhodes, where he said he wanted to lose. And I'm like, okay. Like, I respect that
And
so much. You would rather have the heels win. And I'm like, I
I
wasn't
get it.
expecting them to win,
It
but
just
okay.
no, it caught I think the whole chat off guard when Jelly ate the pin out of everyone.
Yeah.
Because if they lost, I expected Randy to eat the pin because it wouldn't hurt Randy.
Oh, yeah, exactly. He's a made man,
And
so.
so I expected Jelly to kick out, and when he didn't, I was like, "The fuck!"
Yeah, because he ate a Claymore, if my memory serves me
He-
right.
And then he turned around and ate the frog splash,
Yes, that's right. Yes. Okay.
and
Now that
I
comes
was
back.
shocked because I was like, "Well, maybe they're building him up to like be have that like huge comeback, you know." And he just laid there for the three. And I remember even in the chat, we was all confused. Like, was there a fast count or something? And then you just realized there was no fast count.
Right.
Um, but hats off. Night one was all over the place. Like, it felt like they couldn't find their rhythm really after the first two matches.
Hmm.
Night one, the first two matches felt like they belonged on night two. You could have had those two on night two, put everything else on like Raw and SmackDown, and been fine with a
Right.
one nighter still.
I'm trying to remember. I know night one main evented was Gunther and Punk, the tag team
Gunther,
match.
Gunther and Punk was fine except for everybody and their cousin knew the cash in was coming.
See, I will tell you this. I knew it was coming, but at the same time, I had a moment in my head. I'm like, I think Seth was legit hurt, but I liked it though. I'm a massive Punk fan, and I liked what Seth did,
Oh, oh,
manipulating the truth. I think I
oh,
love that.
trust me, he had the lines blurred between fiction and reality.
Mhm.
And I'll tell you now, you've seen the screenshots in the chat. I'm sure people on my timeline cussing Rollins out.
Mhm.
And it's like he played everybody to a T except for everybody that pays attention.
Right.
When he went down hurt and they were still parading around with the briefcase and didn't say, oh, Braun's going to have the briefcase or Bronson, I was like, he's going to do it. And when Punk won that six-man thing, I was like, yeah, here we go. This is it. Like, so
Right.
even when I turned in my predictions to you, I wanted to sit there and put Rollins was cashing in, but then I was like, would he count both of those? Because I
Yeah.
had Punk winning, but I knew Rollins was cashing in because you already had the reports out that Gunther was hurt, so you knew Punk was winning.
Right.
But
That's a fair point.
there was nothing wrong with that match though.
I
Like
enjoyed the story and the way Gunther does his psychology. It's like old school. He
it
learns
is,
from
and
the past. And I love it.
see that I don't think enough people appreciate Gunther.
Hmm.
He's very old school. He's very smash mouth in your face, just does what he wants and leaves.
Yeah.
In a way, like Lesnar. And that I think a lot of people don't like that him and Lesnar are both the same way. They don't have all that flash and flare.
Right.
They come in, beat your ass and leave.
Yeah. And with Gunther being hurt, he's going to be gone for a little while because of his nose. But I still can't believe the stat that he has held a championship throughout 97% of his career in WWE. I think that's
And
impressive.
I love it though. I mean, I believe that he deserves that.
Hmm. Definitely.
Now,
Now, before we switch, hold on. I just want to say, imagine a match with Gunther and a luchador. He would chop the legs off with just his hand.
well, did you ever watch NXT UK?
I did watch a few handful, all right, but
Ooh,
but
the
that was a
way
long time
he
ago, so I don't remember as much.
Ilya, I believe his name is, or something,
Ilya Dragunov.
Dragunov.
Yep.
Yeah, what Gunther did to him was what he would do to a cruiserweight. Go back and watch that. That was a huge size difference, and he expertly exploited it.
Oh, I'm sure we're gonna get that on the main roster soon because once Ilya's uh, uh, done being on the IR, I think that's gonna be a match that we'll see.
But now that we move on to night two, to use Jacob Fatu's phrase, it was all gas and no brakes.
Hmm. There was a couple matches I didn't care for personally, but keep going. I'll get into those in
It,
a minute.
it, it felt like they mashed the gas from the opening bell all the way to the end of the night.
Hmm.
And I mean, to kick it off with the triple threat women's match, and I mean, and that they were physical, they were fast, they were. It was just exciting from Rhea, Io, and Naomi. I could watch triple threats with them all the time. Naomi has stepped up her game
Excuse me.
personally a
Hmm.
lot. When
Yes.
you remember when she won Money in the Bank?
Oh.
First first message in the chat I wrote, "This is a waste. It will most likely be a failed cash in."
Hmm. And I knew it wouldn't be though, because I thought just with her
And
heel run, it's gonna be a good thing.
I just didn't feel like she was that believable as a heel, but here she is doing some of the best work of her career right now.
Oh my god, yeah.
And
I think she was a heel in TNA when she got the boot from WWE.
yeah, and it, she has genuinely shocked me. It was touching to see her dad play her to the ring.
Yeah, and I absolutely like that match a lot, and it continues the story of Io and Rhea because it was under triple threat rules. Rhea
Yep,
can still say, or Io can still say, I can still beat you one on one. You can't beat me
yep,
one on one.
and that continues to haunt her
Hmm. So down the line, we're gonna get a Rhea and Io one on one match, and I think it should be at WrestleMania 42 in Vegas again.
in Vegas again. Yeah, I'm not too fond of them going back to Vegas.
Yeah, I agree.
That's just me. I know everybody else is like, "Oh, we love it," and I'm like, "Not for people that can't travel."
Right? Especially for
Uh,
I had a friend that was kind of hyped up a little bit expecting to going to WrestleMania in what wasn't supposed to be in New Orleans, but that ain't happening now.
no, and now they're going to possibly have another one in Saudi,
Oh man,
and I'm like, "What?"
that's just gonna be a house show, and me I won't count that as a WrestleMania. I'm sorry.
No, and see, people think that, and I'm sorry, but I got another bone to pick with some people. Why the hell does Karrion Cross keep losing?
Oh, dude, I honestly forgot about that until you just said it. I
Like,
what
why?
I had such high hopes that Triple
Like,
H would book Karrion Cross to win, and
this
he
ain't
has
even funny.
Cross to lose.
And now they're on their way out.
Well, maybe, maybe we still don't know just yet. W hasn't
Uh,
announced anything. Usually, the guy that I trust, Sean Ross Sapp, he hasn't said anything. I hope to God that he stays with WWE. As much as I think he would do well in TNA or AEW, I think he's doing some of his best work in WWE.
oh
I
yeah,
don't want him to go to AEW.
I don't either, but they're not doing nothing with it, bro.
I get it, but at the same time, do you think Tony Khan would do something with him?
I doubt it. I
And
don't.
that's my point. Like, I get
I
it,
don't have faith in Tony Khan whatsoever.
and that's where, like, what's the lesser of two evils? Go to TNA?
T-
Because TNA and WWE have the relationship.
Tony Khan relies on his workhorse too much, and now his workhorse needs a lot of time off. Well, that's another conversation for another time. There's
Yes,
absolutely nothing wrong with John Moxley being a workhorse, but eventually you have to take the title off the damn workhorse.
exactly. Which technically they did, so.
And trust me, I'm a big John Moxley fan, but come on now.
Right.
Anyways, moving on. Next, we had the second match out the gate for the second night was the previous mentioned TLC match,
I was expecting that to
and
open the show, I'm not gonna lie.
that was all over the place.
I
Um,
did like the spot. I'm sorry to interrupt, but I was just saying I did like the spot where someone was on a table and like three different people jumped on them onto the table. I thought that was pretty cool.
where they took turn from the ring post.
Yes.
Yeah, and then it just gradually got more crazy. Shout out to Candice LeRae for taking the
Oh,
bump of the night.
oh my God,
Oh my
yeah.
God, that looked terrible. That looked like Connor Zilic falling from a NASCAR today. Sorry, Connor. Well wishes, but
Yeah, oh,
that that
did you see
that
the
looked
bruise from last night
painful.
on SmackDown?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
It But shout out to everyone in that match for looking after each other because that could have went very, very wrong. I know Gacy missed his ladder flip on too
Mm-hmm.
from the Street Profits
Right.
when they went to flip him up. He missed the ladder, and I thought he hit the back of his head for a second. Thank God he didn't,
Right.
because we've seen how awful ladder matches can get. If anybody remembers TLC from, or I think it was a regular ladder match from Armageddon '07, I believe, when Joey Mercury got his face
Oh,
busted
yes, yes. I think you're right.
horribly.
Oh,
Uh, and it was a complete accident, but we know how quickly these ladder matches can get very unsafe.
right.
Uh,
Yeah,
but
that match was gnarly. Definitely a lot. I agree with you. A lot happened in that match, but
yeah,
I was expecting a title swap, but I'm
I
okay
still
with that though.
I still think that the Wyatt Six winning was the right call as much as the crowd wanted to boo them. Yes, we heard the boos,
Hmm. As they should though.
but
They are heels, so.
I will always refuse to boo them. Um, they like Bray captured my imagination again. Picked up the ball from where it was in Taker's court, kind of on the dark side of things, and have been
Hmm.
walking with it.
I was gonna say
Uh,
I'm not sure if it's just me, but like every time they play that song, I can't help but shed a tear or five for Bray Wyatt.
mhm.
I just like, oh, rest in peace, Bray Wyatt. Man, I miss you.
We all miss them, but it was a crazy match. Like I said, a lot was going on. It was hard to follow at times, but thankfully all of them made it through.
Yes, definitely.
It was good to see the Dudleys and the Hardys again in the crowd.
Hey,
Somebody,
listen, TNA Bound for Glory, the Hardy Boys versus the Dudleys.
I get it. Somebody else in the chat who will remain nameless was like, "Oh, they should have had them come in and win
Mm-hmm.
before this match so they can lose them down the road, and WWE can lose this match." I'm like, "Why? You have a working relationship with that company. Why would you intentionally screw them over? That is a very Vince McMahon like thing to do."
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yeah, I think I disagreed with that call. Whoever said that, I disagreed.
It was Zach Archuleta. Who else is
Oh.
it gonna be?
Oh, okay,
Or
yeah.
Chris Mills. It was one of those two. They always don't agree with everybody. I think they do it just to see our reactions, and I'm like,
And
why?
I'm not trying to like if Chris ever sees this, I'm not gonna say like his ideas are awful, but like there's some very out there ideas that I'm like, you're okay with thinking that, but it's not gonna happen.
Gentlemen, let's repeat. It's nothing against you,
Yes, definitely.
but some of your ideas are very left field, and the rest of us are going, "What?"
Exactly. Hmm.
But the next match was Becky Lynch versus Lila Valkyria. Yes, we are at the botch match. Oh my god.
Okay, go ahead first. Then I want to have time for my answer and stuff. I'll have you go first.
Uh, it was a very well put together match. I can watch Lila and Becky go at it every day of the week and twice on Sundays. They just have that good of chemistry. I did like Lynch's trying to persuade Bailey with the Four Horsewomen
Hmm.
logo.
Right.
Uh, However, we have heard personally from each of them that the Four Horsewomen is dead.
Yeah. Yeah. They
That,
don't
that
talk to
they
each other.
hardly they don't talk to each other no more. So nobody was buying that. It's not like Flair and Arn Anderson back in WCW when you would see that and you would know that it's coming.
Right.
Like there would be no doubt. Um, what we're talking about is the zip ties. The zip ties on Lila's hands came loose.
Right.
She did. Yeah, I was watching and I had to do a double take, and I literally like rewind the live action of it
Right.
just to make sure I saw what I thought I saw.
Right.
And I was like, oh, botch, big botch. And you could see her visibly like trying to force it back in and try to work with it and that. And she did a good job trying to cover it up for what she did.
I mean, she did her best. Yep.
Yeah. Uh, but her and Becky put on a solid match. I mean, again, it was all gas, no brakes.
So to go off of that, I'm gonna say this as well. I didn't notice it at first of her getting out of the zip ties. I was just too enamored with what was going on and everything. Then I was listening to Busted Open, and then when Dave LaGreca said that she had her hands out, and I'm like, oh, that's what it was. Okay, I guess that makes sense. But to me, as much as whatever, I think two things happen. Oh, I am sorry, people who are watching this on my computer. I had a notification. But anyway, to me, it didn't take anything away from the match. I was just more upset with the crowd because the crowd was getting distracted from an actual live fight that was going on. I really enjoyed the match. I love those two. And I agree with you, they have great chemistry. And I thought the right woman won. And now Lyra has more in depth character happening with more of a story. Excuse me.
Yeah.
So I liked the match. I gave it an 8 just because of the story that was happening. Yes, the zip tie mess up, but it didn't take anything away from me at least.
Um, Now that we've covered that match, now we got to a match that feels like the it's nothing against the bloodline at all. It just feels like they're dragging this out, trying to find more ways to extend it.
Hmm.
We had Solo Sokoa defending his United States Championship against Jacob Fatu, which I still say it was too early for Fatu to lose that title.
Yeah.
We didn't get to see everything he was capable of. But now you've got all these different run-ins. You got Jimmy Uso lost in a card after he was main eventing SummerSlams, what, 2, 3 years ago?
Right. Yeah.
Now it's like, where is his spot on the card? Jay can float at the top of the card.
Yeah. It's
Jay can go with anybody.
it's that whole old fashioned thing. Sink and float, sink or float. Jay is
And
way
I'm
above
not saying
floating.
I'm not saying Jimmy's a Marty Jannetty by any means. Let's not get that misconstrued at all because Jimmy is absolutely talented. I just don't think that he's got the charisma that Jay does.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that 1000%.
Jay, Jay oozes charisma. You could tell he was uncomfortable at first when he was getting his first singles push,
Right.
but over the past year, he's really grown and like gotten the charisma part of it down.
Yes. Excuse me.
But
I will tell you this though, I didn't care for that match at all. I mean, as much as Solo winning was a shock, because I was expecting Jacob to win it back, I didn't care.
it just felt like they had too much going on in the match.
Hmm.
What and how are you going to give Solo all these guys and only have Jimmy come out for Jacob?
Yeah.
You had Reigns in the back. You had Jay still.
Yeah, you definitely could have done something with that,
Because
because why
I felt
is
like they
Jacob only having one person? But I guess it's a way because technically Roman was facing Solo and Jacob and them. So,
I guess this is a way too for them to get to War Games possibly with the whole Samoan family.
right.
Because you can't tell me that that's not what they're aiming for. The writing's on the wall that, and you can't say that we've had an all Samoan War Games already because we haven't. You had Punk on their team and Sammy on their team last year, and the year before that, Sammy was on the team also.
Right.
Um, but I'll say this: that after the match was more exciting than the match.
Yes.
Soon as Jacob looked up in the corner, I looked at my fiance. I said, "Oh dear God!" She goes, "What?" I said, "He's going to Kurt Angle himself off the top of this damn thing."
Yeah.
And she goes, "No way!" And she seen him get up there. She goes, "He ain't going to do that." I said, "Oh yeah, he is." I said,
Y-
"Jacob, athletic big boy."
Yeah. And if you see that part of the cage, it's flat with more steel,
Hmm.
whatever, so he can flip. And I'm like, yeah, he's gonna do it.
Yep. And she was amazed. She's like, "I did not think he could do that." I said, "It's wild some of the things these guys do."
Oh yeah, especially with their physique.
Oh yeah. But that part there blew me away. Like I was happy with like the after the match more than the match, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
N- Now, the next match ultimately made me cry in a way. It was Dominic Mysterio
Yep.
defending his Intercontinental Championship against AJ Styles. You have Dom come out, his normal like bad guy entrance, and then we see AJ in this lowrider. And at first it didn't click with me. I was like, the hell's he doing in a lowrider? And then he
Right.
comes out in Eddie Guerrero's gear from SummerSlam '05.
Yep. So
And I lost my shit.
yeah.
My fiance had no idea the significance of this, so I had to go look on Google and show her. And I said, "You do realize what that match against Ray was for, right?" She goes, "What?" I said, "The custody of the young man standing across from him."
Yeah.
He goes, she goes, "What? Wait, what?" I said, "We was in a very weird time in '05 in WWE. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie."
I mean, back you could say from the Attitude Era through the Ruthless Aggression Era, excuse me, was one of their best times.
Oh, it was, but there were some awkward storylines.
Yes, and that's definitely one of the awkward ones. You're right with that.
Very. But I lost my shit. There were some tears. There was some hell yeah. And then I thought, oh fuck, they're going to switch the belt tonight.
Yeah.
And it made my heart drop. I was like, don't do it like this.
Right.
I was like, Dom's not ready for the next step yet. He's getting there though. You can see flashes of it
Mm-hmm. I was gonna say, was the '05, was that the ladder match?
for the custody of
Custody
Dominic
of Dominic? Yes.
Mysterio with
Okay. Yeah.
Ray.
I'll never forget when Eddie was screaming out loud, "Where's Vicky?" S- like screaming
Especially
at the top of
Mr.
his
Q.
lungs. Oh.
But it was a great match. Like, and then for him to do the callback to WrestleMania 20 with loosening the boot.
Oh yes.
As soon as I seen him loosening the boot, I started hollering WrestleMania 20. Think I even sent it in the chat. I was like,
Hmm.
WrestleMania 20, WrestleMania 20. And everybody's like, what? And I was like, the boot's loose.
Yes, that was a good paying homage to that, and I loved the spot where Dom hit the mat with the chair, throws it to AJ, And then AJ's
Yes.
like, "Oh, you know what? I'm gonna do this." And he puts it over his head. I love that.
Yeah. It was just a hell of a match.
Mm-hmm. It was, and the right person won. AJ gave him a good rub.
Yes. Now we come to our main event.
That's right. Oh,
Cody came out with the cracked helmet, no gold in his gear. And I thought, oh boy. I was like, we in for a fight now.
mm-hmm.
And then Cena comes out all black, and I thought, shit, he's going back on his word. We still got heel Cena. And
Right,
all of a sudden, it just burst out with color, and I was like, I started cheering, like,
right.
and stuff. Fiance is like, "You good?" I said, "This is what I want for this final year of him." I said, "I don't want heel Cena."
Right.
And then just to see Pacers point guard Tyrese Halliburton there and give a crutch to Cena to just start beating Rhodes with it was
Right.
hilarious.
Oh my
I was
god.
like, oh, it just made it amazing.
I I loved that match, the latter end of the match, because I was counting the finishers. I'm like 1, 2, 3 for Cena or 4 for Cena, and then Cody with the same 4. Then I'm like, okay. So I'm like, after like 4 or 5 finishers, the next finisher has to be the winner. And when Cody did the salute, and I'm like, oh, yep, here it is. And then
Yep.
Crossroads 1, 2, 3. And I like that. That's the true passing of the torch. He's your
I'm
guy.
not gonna I'm not gonna lie though. I was crying at the end of it.
Hey, I don't blame you, man. I don't blame you. I personally wasn't a Cena fan as much, but I respect the hell out of that man.
I mean, you can see I'm old school,
Yep. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
and my fiance just watched me kind of silently cry for a couple minutes. She goes, "You okay?" I said, "I didn't want it to end, but I knew it had to."
Hey, listen, man. I get it. I get it. He is. Oh, what's the word I'm looking for? He is the true face of WWE and the true face of never giving up.
Oh yeah.
And
When I
him, sorry, I just want to say, and him doing the Make a Wish stuff, dude. It makes me cry too. So I get it, dude. I personally get it with him never giving up and everything. I have a best friend who lives in Cleveland who is his biggest fan, and seeing him probably getting closer and closer to the ending dates, I'm probably gonna cry with you guys too. We're never gonna see him again in a wrestling ring after this year's
trust me,
over.
it's gonna suck.
It really is.
Um, Cody and him put a hell of a match together though, and I'm glad there was no interference.
I agree.
That
Thank God
match
they didn't have
didn't need,
Travis Scott come back. Sorry to interrupt.
yeah, that match didn't need any interference. Travis Scott's lucky he didn't get a receipt from Cody Rhodes.
Yes, definitely.
Trust me, Cody owes him one if anybody, and even Cena has said that.
Definitely.
Uh, after the match, I mean, you got Cody basically giving Cena the ring,
hmm
and all of a sudden we hear what we never thought we would hear
Aaron, Aaron.
ever.
I can't do that sound that well.
The sound effect of Brock Lesnar's music, and I mean, my fiance had fallen asleep
hmm
between the time that the pinfall happened to this point. She started dozing off for the night,
Right.
and I screamed, "Oh shit!" And she goes, "What?" I yelled, "Lesnar's back!" She goes, "What?"
Yeah.
And it wasn't just any Lesnar; it was Cowboy Lesnar.
Right.
And you're like, "Uh-oh." Now, do I agree with him being one of Cena's final opponents? Absolutely. He's been part of Cena's career at the beginning, the middle, and now the end.
hmm
So there is absolutely magic there. There is absolutely money to be made there. Do I like what they did at the end of SummerSlam? Absolutely. Come in, hit the F5, and leave.
Yes.
Don't give no explanation. Just keep Brock Lesnar as he is, the ass kicker he is, and that's what sells it. Because now can Cena recreate the magic of 2012 and come back with a steel chain?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And now, well, I was gonna say, with him coming back, I would have never thought him coming back was ever possible with the allegations with Vince and everything. So with
That wasn't
him,
on my fucking bingo card, that's for sure.
oh my god, yeah, definitely. And with him back, I think I was expecting Brock Cena for Clash in Paris, but I guess they're not going that route. So I guess he might be the legit final person in December, maybe. Because
Possibly.
who else?
And it was,
Who would be bigger of a final opponent than Brock Lesnar?
you can't get no bigger without going outside the company, unfortunately.
Yeah,
We
exactly.
know who the bigger person is, but they ain't gonna get him.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, with Brock coming back, as much as I was expecting maybe booze when I heard that music, he got that pop, and
Yeah.
people still like him for what he has done. It's outside of the company. Leave it outside of the company. Focus on what he can do in the ring. Go ahead.
I'm that Brock Lesnar fan.
Yes.
I'm absolutely that Lesnar fan. I've went to bat for him in that damn chat before, and you know I have.
Right.
And everybody hates me for it. They're like, "How can you like this guy?" I'm like, "This dude is one of the people that got me into amateur wrestling in my school. Him and Kurt were the biggest influences on that." I said, and then I followed him where he went. I said, when he went to the UFC, I was Lesnar, ride or die, baby. When he came back to WWE, I was Lesnar, ride or die. I mean, I have more respect for the. I wouldn't say that people that just WWE aren't athletes, but people that go out there and get punched in the face for real,
Yeah.
get
Definitely.
thrown around a lot more.
Especially being German suplexed a lot.
I mean, this stuff is no joke. Go do some amateur wrestling. I tell people that thinks it's just men in tights really just grabbing at each other. I'm like, so you can say you can out grapple somebody?
Right.
I don't want to hear words. I mean, that's how I've defended myself in fights before. I've gone back to my amateur wrestling. If I can get somebody to the ground and just crank in a front face lock to choke them or wrap in a rear naked choke, they're going to sleep.
Yeah. Uh Crap, I had a thought, now I lost it. Keep going. I'm sorry.
But I mean, it's stuff like that that stuck with me when I was like a teenager going through that tough time to where I'd be like picked on and stuff. And then I'd see these guys out here doing this amazing stuff. I'd be
Right.
like, what are they doing? And then I'd find out it's wrestling, and that's how I get into wrestling. I'd start doing karate and stuff, jujitsu, stuff like that,
I was
like they were.
Yeah, I said that. I just remember what I was gonna say. Like with when it comes to UFC, yeah, that's real and everything. But when it comes to professional wrestling, it's may not be UFC, but they can still get hurt. They can still legit hurt
Oh
another person, and that's why I love the punk quote. This is professional wrestling. This ain't ballet.
no, Eh, but again, too, Punk tried what Lesnar did, and he failed
Yes,
miserably.
yes, and he
But
knew he wasn't good.
and here's the thing, though, not everybody's a freak athlete like Brock.
Yeah.
Brock moves extremely fast for a man of his size.
Mm-hmm.
He is terrifying.
Yeah.
Like, I would like to meet him someday, but I would be absolutely terrified to shake the man's hand.
I'll tell you this. I had my sister's wedding back in 2016 or maybe 18. I think it's 18. But it was when SummerSlam was in Brooklyn with Takeover the night before. But
Yeah,
that night, my dad and my brother-in-law, they were walking in the hotel room. I was up in the hotel room. They were walking in the hotel room and they happened to see Brock Lesnar and they somehow shook the man's hand. And I'm like I'm so jealous that they got to see Brock Lesnar because I was a big obviously am still a wrestling fan, and with them having NXT Takeover during the weekend of my sister's wedding, I'm like, crap. I mean, I love my sister getting married, but I would love to go into NXT or SummerSlam that weekend.
Oh yeah. But that does it for the SummerSlam recap.
Yeah.
So we will record again next week after we get a chance to catch up on AEW and everything. Like I said, life's been crazy, but now that we're kind of back to regularly scheduled programming, um, hopefully our two co-hosts can be with us. I know Zach sent a message to the chat earlier. I just didn't get a chance to listen to it yet.
Oh, you listened to it? Okay.
No, I haven't yet.
Oh, no, you haven't. Excuse me.
It's
That's
a
what I meant.
voice message. So,
Okay. Yeah, I'll listen to it after too.
but tonight was a pleasure to get to talk to you again. Thanks to our sponsors, W Energy and Cowboy Revolution Apparel.
Yes. Thank you
Have to be
guys.
getting some of that soon. And if you use the code All Wrestling at WEnergy.com right now, you will get 10% off your order. So please go over there, use our promo code All Wrestling.
And remember, this podcast will be on our Facebook, our Twitter, I believe we have, our Spotify we have, and one other one. I'm missing one.
YouTube, we do
YouTube.
have
Thank you.
YouTube. But thank you, fans. Please give us a like, share, subscribe. We are very small yet, but we are trying to get the wheels turning, I promise. And we're going to be more regular.
Alrighty.
With that, I am your host, Tim. Andrew, it's been a pleasure.
It's been a pleasure, Tim. This was fun.
All right. Take care, folks.
Take care.